welcome back to my channel. I am a certified law of attraction coach, Samara James of coachingconsciouscreators.com, and this morning I want to talk to you guys about the most important thing when manifesting, and that is how you feel. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're trying to bring in better friendships, just for example, and you've had some really bad experiences with previous friendships. And so you set this intention, you know what type of experience you want to have, but you are still holding on to some of the negative emotions associated with those past friendships. So our feelings are an outflow. They're a response to thoughts that we're having. So let's say you've written down all of these affirmations. I feel emotionally safe in all of my relationships. My friends are thoughtful and caring and exciting, etc., etc. But while you're saying your affirmations, you still feel really bad. Like you don't feel excited, you don't feel happy, you don't feel at peace, you still feel anxiety. What does that mean? That means that you're actually, although you're saying your affirmations, thinking other thoughts like, it's not fair that my friends treated me this way in the past, or people generally suck, or whatever. You could be thinking about something very specific related to one of those previous negative relationships that caused you to want a better relationship. But if you are saying these things that you want and you still feel bad, it means that you're on a subconscious level, you're actually focused on what it is that you don't want. Anytime we feel bad or negative emotions or emotions that we don't want to feel. I don't like to call any emotion bad because they're just indicators. It's like a thermometer. But anytime we feel emotions we don't want to feel that don't line up with what we want, we're focused on what we don't want. And as you've seen in probably some of my other videos, what we give attention to is what creates our reality, not what we say we want. What we're thinking and the feelings that come from those thoughts and the choices that we make based on those thoughts and feelings are what create our reality. So if you don't feel good, it's better to sit with those feelings and get to the bottom of them and do exercises to clear them than to continue to try to push yourself to focus on the things that you want to bring into your life, because you can spend a lot of time thinking that you are bringing in what you want, and if you're feeling bad, you are actually bringing in more of what you don't want, no matter what you say, no matter what mirror exercises you do. Like, the point of all of this is to shift those subconscious thoughts. And so emotions are, like I said, the thermometer that lets you know what you're really thinking about. So if you're confused, like let's say you have manifested something that you wanted to bring into your life, and you're experiencing this thing and you feel like this sense of just something not being right, dis-ease about the situation. Don't try to force yourself into gratefulness. Don't try to force yourself into happiness. Give yourself permission to identify the root cause of those thoughts, because you can't shift those thoughts until you address where they're coming from. Now, you can use sheer will and determination, right? You can say, screw how I feel. I'm about to really push myself to focus on these things that I want and these feelings that I want. And I'm going to sit here until I feel good. You can do that. It's an option, and it works over time. A lot of people do that. But I think it's, you show yourself more compassion, which means you show other people more compassion, and you show yourself more care and love if you give yourself permission to get to the bottom of those feelings first. And it doesn't have to take a long time. You just have to stop forcing yourself into trying to feel something that you don't feel. Sit for a moment, center yourself, identify the true feeling, then identify the thoughts at the root of those feelings, and then maybe use something like logic to sort it out. So, for example, if you're saying affirmations about those new friendships you want to bring into your life and you feel bad, say, why do I feel bad? And then you can sit with it. I'm not talking about maybe 10 minutes is what I mean. until you say, well, it really hurt me that this particular person, didn't want to be friends with me anymore, or that this relationship dissolved, and it made me feel insecure, and I really think it's my fault. Like, that is the thought. I think it's my fault is the thought. And then you can look at that thought and say, well, why do I think it's my fault? And you may discover something like, well, maybe I didn't initiate, positive experiences with this person often enough, or maybe, I did say something offensive. Like, you can get to the bottom of it and just keep digging and digging and digging until you sort it out, forgive yourself, or change the thought, or whatever you have to do to have another set of thoughts that's more aligned with the feeling that you're trying to achieve, like self-forgiveness, self-compassion, understanding that you're human and you did what humans do, just getting rid of whatever the underlying thoughts and feelings are that are causing you to feel bad while you're trying to bring in something that you want to make you feel good. Because you don't manifest what you want, you manifest who you're being, who you are. You manifest how you feel. And so always take into consideration all of your feelings, the feelings you don't want and the feelings you do want, and use them to reform your mental life, because your mental life creates your emotional life, which creates your physical 3D life. You're always manifesting whatever you feel right now, whatever you're imagining about yourself, about others, about your experience. You are literally planting seeds for your future. You're creating your future. So always take care with how you feel and how you think. So I hope that was helpful, guys. If you're interested in finding out more about who I am and what I do, check out my website, coachingconsciouscreators.com, and I look forward to talking with you guys again soon.